What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well today. We're going to be talking about something that, believe it or not, people ask me all the time how to do, but for some reason, I've never made a video on it. We're going to be talking today about how to order a custom system from Lavivd. Straightforward, but I want to explain everything to you in terms of what is what so that way you don't make any mistakes and you know exactly what you're going to do. So let's dive in. So when you arrive to the Lavivd website, it's going to look something a little bit like this. Might change with time, but up at the top, they're always going to have custom. So we're going to drop here into the custom to pay option. And now they give you some brief details here. So one, we're going to work on providing details. Then we're going to submit, the order for a quote. You're going to review your email and confirmation details. And then you're going to, pay the payment link. And then you're going to wait and you're going to actually get your hair system. So I'll show you a couple things there. Now, before we actually get going, there's maybe a few things that you're wondering. So number one, how do they get the perfect size? Well, one, they're going to customize it based off of your template that you send them, or you can give them actual dimensions for a hair system. Next, in terms of, you're going to need your color from Lavivd. So you can either send some of your hair, or you can buy one of these color rings from them and have it shipped to you, or you can have them make a guess. But ideally, if you're going to get custom, you're probably going to want to ultimately be getting the exact right hair color. And then finally, the hair texture, style, type, all of this kind of stuff that we are going to be jumping through. So let's start the process and I will explain every step to you. So to start, we're going to get the base type. So this right here is referring to what the material is for the base. This is not the size, it's not even the shape, it's only in reference to the base material. So let's look through them. So full Swiss lace is going to be like the best hairline that you can possibly get. It's a little bit more delicate, right? That's the main disadvantage there. Next, you have a lace front and center and 1 inch of skin on the sides and back. So if we zoom in here, you can see that there is basically your hairline is going to be looking like this, but then after it's going to be going down into, this poly on the sides. Next, we have lace all the way around, or lace in the center, and then skin all the way around the perimeter here. This is really good if you want an easy attachment style, but you still want the breathability of lace. We have 0.02, 0.03 bioskin, or essentially this right here is a polyurethane unit. It's plastic. The 0.02 though is going to be the thinnest material that you can get for skin. So if you want believability, this is the one you want to go for. But if you want something that's going to last a little bit longer, maybe you're going to go over into these. The same with the 0.04, 0.06. This right here, just a little bit thicker, but it's poly. 0.08, a little bit thicker, but now we have options. So you can get V-loop or you can get knotting. So the V-loop is cheaper. There's no knots. It's not going to last as long though, because the hair itself has been looped through the bottom of the polyurethane. Not the bottom of the polyurethane, but it's not actually knotted into the system. It is only basically threaded through. So it can come out easier with time. Whereas the other one is with the knotting. So that's going to last you a little bit longer. Of course, you can do the same thing in 0.1 to 0.12 range. So this is going to be a little bit thicker. And looks like it also got some scallops on the front. So scalp can be useful if you want a hairline that is really, really nice and irregular. So this might be something that you want to consider. You can get a scalped hairline on anything that you want though. So like all of the poly units we can make as scalloped. So this right here actually has an NPU around the base. So this is a combination of net and polyurethane to give you some breathability, but also the stability of the poly. So you can see in this diagram right here, there's the rings, right? So that's actually what it's going to be like. So that's a cool mixture right there if you want to. Now, this is going to be good. It's going to get you a lace front, so that's a little bit better. Mono top means it's going to last a long time. And the NPU is going to have a better structure. Once again, we have the NPU around the base, and then we have the mono top. So these are units that are not as good if you want believability, just so you know. Next, we got the silk top. aka French drawn with lace at the front. So silk is good because it gives you probably the best natural looking scalp look if you like that. Some people say it's more comfortable if you like that as well. Those are maybe the two larger advantages. It isn't very breathable though. So this right here has that silk, has French, or excuse me, lace at the front, and then skin on the sides. So it's just the top that's Swiss. Whereas this right here is all silk except for the perimeter, which is 1 inch skin on the side. So let's begin. Let's kind of move forward. I'm going to choose the full Swiss lace because I like that. They're going to ask you what you want for your color. So you could say, same as my old system, hair sample on file. I will send my hair sample old system in for color, or same as my last order. So if you have those, great. If not, no worries. You're going to choose your hair color here. So with these right here, lots of options, but you want to pick your base color. We already talked about at the beginning, right? You can send in a lock of your hair if this is your first time, or you can get a color ring so that way you can match it up. You're going to go ahead with that right there. I'm going to choose my color, which is actually a 6. Next, you want to choose your gray percentage. For me, I have 0, but what you can do, we have these little pictures right here, which makes it a little bit easier for you to see. This is obviously 10%, 30%, 40%, so it gets progressively more gray. But let's just say that we want to add 5%. Next, what's really beautiful is that you can add the texture of your hair. So this right here will show you all of the different waves that you can add into the hair, depending on what your natural hairstyle is, all the way up into some afros. So let's go a little bit freaky today, and actually let's go with, I want to go with the 12 millimeter curl right now. All right, which brings us to our last page. So this right here is first your base size. So if they have your template on stock, that's great. If not, you can choose one of these or press other, which is just, I'm gonna just do 8x10. Boom, done. And that's what they'll send you. But if you have your template on hand, they'll construct it to that. Next, the hair type. We have Indian Remy hair, Chinese Remy hair, and European. Now the main thing here is really what the hair itself is. Because European hair is more fine, like in terms of its actual width, and Chinese is thicker, like the actual hair itself is a thicker hair. So Chinese is not going to look as believable as a European hair on a European male. So I'm European kind of hairstyle, so we're going to go with that. Next, hair density. So they give you a good little chart right here, and I recommend that you choose something good for your age that's modest. You do not want to be getting something like, for the most of us, for like 99.99% of us, we're not going to get 180, 150, 130, maybe 110, but that's still pretty thick. I play in the 80 to 90% range. So let's go 80%. Hair length. The shortest that we offer is 6 inches. You can cut it down from there. Obviously, this is going to add a good amount more price if you want to go for a longer hair system, but you can get it. This is really cool because if you style your hair a certain way, I actually recommend that you get this because it will help the hair flow in that direction, the way it's actually designed for it. I always part my hair to the left, so we're going to do it. Next, we have the contour of the front. C, you might not necessarily want. That's like very, very, very straight. CC is what's in most stock units. And then you can start moving into these other shapes right here. So an A might be good if you're a little bit older, you got some recession built in, all of that kind of stuff. Bleach knots. This is important, especially, if you want a really realistic hairline, this is really good. Do this thing. And you can choose between the front hairline or the whole base, or not at all. So for me, I'm gonna choose the whole base. Why not? Extra lace or poly cut off. This is referring to the very front of your hair system. It's gonna come with some extra material, and you can have them cut it off. There's no reason not to. The only reason you need clips is if you're not, gluing or taping this to your head. So you do not need to get these unless that is the way that you're going to be attaching the unit. So we're not going to add any. We're going to say no, and then a haircut. So this is really great because you can tell them the exact haircut. You can link them to an image of the exact haircut, all of this kind of stuff. So that way you don't have to do it if you want. You can do it here, or you can do it after the fact. So as you can see, it spit out a production time, an estimated cost, all of this, and that's completely dependent on the system that you get, all the details. So if I change this right here down to Indian hair, price goes down $100. See what I'm saying? If I change the hair length to 24 inches, what happens? It goes up to 808. So it's a little bit more expensive. Let's try European with 20. Well, I couldn't get it to work on the 24, but the 12 inch, right? $691 versus for 6 inches, it's 527, right? So it went up a decent amount for that extra length. So in short, guys, this is the process. Really, really simple. After that, Lavivd is going to send you a email, send you a payment link, and then from there, it's off to the races. Quite a simple process, if you ask me. Highly encourage you, if you're not getting exactly what you want with stock, to give this a shot. All right? See you in the next one.